Assalamu alaikum, beta, and namaste. I hope that you're fine. Last time we started parts of speeches in class, and we discussed noun, and later on we moved to pronoun. Today we will continue pronoun. Few pronouns already have been discussed in class. Today we will discuss indefinite pronoun. Pronoun definition is simple, and the definition is a word that replaces a noun. A word that replaces a noun means we want to avoid repetition. Suppose that if I talk about Saraf Harish and I keep repeating his name, it would look odd, feel odd. That's why I will replace Sir Harish name with the he. Of course, I can't use a she for her. So he, him, himself. So these are the different types of pronoun. I consider after preposition, this is the second most complicated area of English grammar because here we will discuss two most important areas for entrant from the point of view of entrant test. So pronoun, as I have written definition, and the type of pronoun we will discuss is indefinite pronoun. So indefinite pronoun is further divided into three kinds. One that remains always singular, second that always remains plural, and the third one that can be used as a singular or plural. So first, let's go for the singular. So these are the indefinite pronoun that always will remain singular. First one is either or neither, one, each, every, everyone, everything, someone, something, anyone, anything. Now question is, why we discuss indefinite pronoun? Reason is simple, because two most important areas falls here. One is pronoun antecedent agreement, and the second is subject verb agreement. So as I told you, I think on the very first day I marked some very important topics. I told you that subject verb agreement is the most important area of entry test, and pronoun antecedent agreement as well. That's why this topic indefinite pronoun becomes very much important. Okay, let me give you one example, and that example will help you to understand the whole situation. Now the sentence is, everyone on the earth need clean water to quench their thirst. Now here you can see I have written a sentence, but sentence has got some serious issue. You may not notice, but there are certain serious issues with sentence. So when you try to correct any English sentence, first of all, you will go for subject. See, this is the subject. Everyone is the subject of the sentence. And ask yourself, recall, whether subject is singular or plural. First thing you will ask yourself, whether subject is singular or plural. So write down here, everyone, as I told you, that is a singular. So you will write here it's a singular. Now again you will ask yourself the gender of the subject, whether gender is masculine, feminine, neuter or common. When we say everyone means gender is a common, means there may be male or female as well. So gender is common. Keeping these two things in mind, you will read the sentence. Singular and common. Now, when you decided that subject is a singular, then there's a disagreement between subject and verb. You know, I have taught you that in present simple tense, we use sometime in few cases S form of verb as well. If you say that subject is singular, then this need verb is missing S. So the first error in the sentence is that you don't have to use need, rather you have to use needs. So first, when I wrote the sentence, there was a disagreement between subject and verb. Now there's agreement between subject and verb. Now we will read the sentence again. We will find out, is there any other error in the sentence? Again, you will ask yourself these two questions, whether subject is singular or what is the gender of the subject. Read out the sentence. Sentence tells, everyone on the earth needs clean water to quench their thirst. For this subject, I have used a pronoun as well. A pronoun, just locate the pronoun in the sentence and here you go. This is the pronoun of the sentence. Of course, this pronoun is used for one other pronoun or for other noun. Now we have to check out the agreement between pronoun and antecedent. Let me define word antecedent. Antecedent means something that comes first. So what is the antecedent of this pronoun? Antecedent of this pronoun is everyone. So now again there's a disagreement between pronoun and its antecedent. We can't use here there. Why? Because you have yourself said, you have said that's a singular. If a singular, the pronoun is plural. So we can't go for there. Instead of using there, we have to replace this there with his and her. So now two problems of the sentence have been solved. One is a subject-verb agreement and other is pronoun and antecedent agreement. Now, I will give you another example. Next example is nothing were in its place after the violent shock of earthquake. So I'm going to give you a few seconds. Read out the sentence and find out error. So now let's go for second sentence. Second sentence reads, nothing were in its place after the violent shock of earthquake. Keep two things in mind: pronoun antecedent agreement and subject verb agreement. Once again, same questions. You will ask yourself whether subject is singular or plural. And I told you that this nothing or anything, someone, though sometimes they sound like plural. This is a problem with the indefinite pronoun. It would sound like plural. That's why students are confused in this topic. So nothing, as I told you, that is a singular subject. And what about the gender? And gender is not common, this time is neuter. So as I told you that when you begin your sentence, when you try to find out error from the sentence, you will start from subject. So subject is the main area. Then you have to go for verb. Now here you say singular, subject is singular and the gender of this subject is neuter. Let's see, is there any agreement between subject and verb? There's no. When you say nothing, you say that's a singular. There's a problem with the sentence. You can't use were here. Instead of were, we have to use here what? Was. So first there was not agreement between subject and verb. Now there's an agreement between subject and verb. Is there any pronoun? Pronoun for the given antecedent? Here, antecedent, nothing. Don't forget. Only subject can't be antecedent. Antecedent may be somewhere else in the sentence. Okay. This time at least we have got antecedent here in the beginning. It's nothing. And find out the pronoun. Yes, here you go. This is the pronoun and antecedent. Nothing is antecedent. Is there any agreement between pronoun and antecedent? Again you are trapped, and you are trapped very, very intelligently. See, it's no, it's not. It is contraction of it is. We don't need this it is. We need pronoun. We need possessive pronoun. And possessive pronoun, it isn't its. It's only its. So here, when you will use its instead of its, now pay attention on the sound. This is its and this is its. So we don't have to use its here and we have to use it. Now, there's agreement between pronoun and its antecedent. Antecedent, as I told you, means something that has come first. Now, let's go for third example. And the third example is every student have left their bag on the ground and ran out. Again, I'm going to give you a few seconds. Read out and find out it from the sentence. I read. Sentence reads, every student have left their bag on the ground and ran out. Keep two topics in mind. First one is pronoun antecedent agreement and subject and agreement. You will follow the same method. And method is first you will go for subject. Every is a subject and I told you it's a singular. If it's singular, then where is the verb of this sentence? Okay, here you go with the verb. And subject is singular. And what is the gender of this subject? It's a common. Because every can be male or every can be female as well. So asking these two questions, you will go for subject first. So have left. When you say that subject is singular, how can you use have here? No, you will replace have with has. Now read the sentence again. Every student has left their bag on the ground and ran out. Now, is there any pronoun? Yes, there's a pronoun in the sentence. Here you go. This is your pronoun. Is there any agreement between pronoun and its antecedent? Antecedent is everyone. No, there's no disagreement. There's a disagreement. Because when you say that this subject is singular, how can you use plural pronoun here? So this there should be replaced with his or her. Now sentence, the correct sentence would be every student has left his, her. Keep in the mind, if only, because there may be a college where students, male and female, both genders can study. But if you think only boys study there, you will go for his. If you think only girls, it's a girls' college or girls' school, then you will go for her. But in case both genders study there, you will go for his or her. Yes, there's another possibility as well. You can use her or his. It's not necessary that you go for only his or her. You can go for her and her. This is one is my favorite one. Why? Because this at least kills gender equality. Well, so a student, every students have left their bag on the ground and ran out. So these are three examples I gave you from indefinite pronoun. These three deals with the subject verb agreement and pronoun antecedent agreement. So these are the only plural. These pronouns, both, few, many, other, and several, these are always used as a plural in the pronoun. Now here you go, I call them sanam. Sanam, tumo jo sanam ahi ma, tum jo sanam ahi. So S stand for some, A stand for all, A again stand for any, yes, and M stand for many and most. These some, all, none, any, may, and most can be used either as a singular or plural in the sentence, depending what you want to say. So don't worry, I'm going to give you example. Let me rub the board and I will go for next example. So this sentence reads, all the newspaper is wet. All the newspapers are wet. Or all the sugar have run out. So I have written very brief three sentences on the board. Now check out. In both cases, I have used all. I have taken all as a subject, and all is indefinite pronoun. Here I took all as a subject, and when I attach a singular noun, I used a singular verb. So sentence is correct. Again, all is taken as a subject, is a pronoun, indefinite pronoun, and attached the plural noun. That's why all is correct. So in this case, yes, sentence may give you a slightly different meaning. In first case, when you say all the newspaper is wet, if I translate this sentence into Sindhi, it would be Saji akhbar ali thi gayi. But when I say all the newspapers are wet, when I translate this sentence, meaning will be slightly different, and it would be samuryu akhbaru alyun thi gayi. And so what I'm trying to tell you that this sanam can be used either as a singular or plural in the sentence. Here I have used a singular verb because it refers to singular, and when I use plural verb, it means this all refers. But now go for the third example. Read out. All the sugar have run out. Don't you notice the problem in the sentence? I think you do. See, when you say all and here sugar is uncountable noun. When noun is uncountable, how can you use a plural verb? You can't use here. So I have used here have. You have to replace have with has, then sentence will be correct. So in this way, when you use these pronouns in the sentence, your sentence may take singular verb or plural verb, depending what you want to say. And this as a singular, I have already taught you how you will be careful about the pronoun antecedent agreement and subject verb agreement. Thank you very much for today. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.